The movie opens with a chaotic shootout, the culmination of a 3-month heist plan that has gone wrong. Tank, a gruff, experienced criminal, and a younger, less seasoned Kid are under heavy fire. Tank urges Kid to get fast and escape, seemingly sacrificing himself to create a diversion. Kid manages to flee the scene as police arrive. Later, the police interrogate Kid, revealing that they've told his boss Nushi that he rolled for a reduced sentence, effectively painting him as a rat. They offer him a deal: help them locate the stolen money and they'll cut him in on a share. Kid reluctantly agrees, stating he hates the idea of working with them. He warns them that Nushi has a bad temper and will likely send someone after him soon. Nushi, a ruthless crime boss, is indeed furious. Her enforcer Sly, a seemingly ordinary woman named Mrs. Murphy, is dispatched to retrieve the money. Sly, initially appearing as a sweet old lady, quickly shows her brutal side, chasing and apprehending Mrs. Murphy. Nushi, who is revealed to be Sly's sister, confronts Mrs. Murphy, accusing her of shorting weigh-ins and engaging in dubious affairs. Nushi, dressed in an eye mask for secrecy, demands her money. Sly assures Nushi she can handle the situation, promising to bring all 3 culprits to a location called the Dustbin by 5 o'clock. Nushi warns Sly not to call her Nush and vows to find and kill whoever stole from her. At the Dustbin, Nushi confronts Mrs. Murphy and 2 other individuals, including Robert and Susie, accusing them of skimming. Nushi attempts to execute them with a series of dramatic but ultimately comically failing gun jams. Sly then reveals a note found on one of the captured individuals, implicating Kid and the abandoned town of Lincroft as the location of the money and his partner. Nushi immediately realizes it's a trap but insists on using Sly to force Kid to come to her, planning to kill both him and his partner once the money is recovered. Kid, meanwhile, is on the run, experiencing flashbacks to a self-help tape about taking action and being the person you want to be. He encounters Tank, who is alive and well, having faked his death. Tank, with a new eccentric persona including a penchant for jelly beans, his anxiety pills, forces Kid to drive him to Lincroft in Kid's truck. They evade police pursuit, with Tank demonstrating unexpected combat skills. Upon arrival at Lincroft, they are met by Sly, who has Nushi's goons with her. Sly threatens Kid, but Tank intervenes, protecting him. Sly's goons, including Dino and Justin, are instructed to find the money, while Sly takes Tank and Kid as her prisoners. Inside a building, Tank reveals that the money is in a safe and he knows the combination. He uses Kid's truck as a diversion, causing an explosion that eliminates some of Sly's men. A chaotic chase and shootout ensue throughout Lincroft. Tank, despite being shot, fights alongside Kid. Kid, still clutching his self-help tape, eventually manages to kill Sly by pushing her into a trap. The film concludes with Kid shaken but alive, saving Tank's life by giving him his jelly beans. They are both injured but seemingly safe, having survived the ordeal. Ravi and his companion, a seasoned thief, escaping after a heist. They pause to refuel, and the thief, whose name is not initially revealed, asks Ravi about his family. Ravi reveals his family is dead and that he suffers from panic attacks which have hindered him throughout his life. He explains that a coping mechanism inherited from his late father involves repeating jelly beans to himself. He recounts how his strict but confident father taught him to view problems like small manageable jelly beans, except for licorice, which should be spit out. The thief then shares his own tragic past, revealing his father was an honest cop who was framed by corrupt colleagues and later killed in a card game after his release from prison. He explains that his father's death led him to live in a women's shelter with his mother, using food stamps. He emphasizes that he knows what it's like to take care of oneself and reassures Ravi that things get better. The thief, a self-proclaimed real-life Robin Hood who only gives money to himself, reveals he now has enough to retire but first needs to deliver a cigar to his partner. He also needs to figure out what to do with Ravi, dismissing Ravi's suggestion of them becoming Jelly Bean Boys partners. He insists Ravi must leave the city for his own safety. Their conversation is interrupted by a phone call from a mysterious individual who claims to have the thief's partner Vic. The caller proposes a trade: the money for Vic. The thief, after hearing Vic's voice to confirm he's alive, agrees to the deal, though he suspects it's a trap. As they prepare, the thief offers Ravi whiskey and they discuss past escapades, including a botched job involving Wolfington sisters that left the thief scarred. The thief reflects on the dangers of their profession, particularly dealing with women, and reveals his motto: get fast, get gone, emphasizing the importance of not lingering on a job. The thief reveals that Vic met his father in prison and single-handedly kept him alive, teaching him everything he knows. Ravi wants to help save Vic, but the thief refuses, reminding Ravi that he nearly committed mass murder during their earlier escape and doesn't want that on Ravi's conscience. The thief shows Ravi the vast sum of money they stole, and Ravi questions if he truly needs it so badly that he would risk Vic's life. The thief admits he doesn't need it but wants it, resolving to figure out a plan. He gives Ravi a portion of the money as a thank you, insisting Ravi leave and not follow him. Ravi reluctantly agrees and they part ways, with the thief repeating the jelly beans mantra to Ravi. The scene shifts to the exchange location, where the police are also present, apparently tipped off by the mysterious caller, who is revealed to be a woman the thief referred to as Boss. She instructs her men to shoot Vic and gut the thief after confirming the money. The thief, playing for time, engages in a standoff with both the police and the boss. He proposes leaving the money and letting them sort it out. The boss rejects this, unwilling to share the money. Suddenly Ravi appears, repeating jelly beans frantically, seemingly having a panic attack. He threatens to blow everyone up with a remote detonator, which he claims is connected to C4 in the money bags. The boss, believing Ravi is genuinely unstable, releases Vic. The thief, using this diversion, escapes with Vic. As they drive off in an ice cream truck, the boss realizes the C4 threat was a bluff. A chase ensues with the boss pursuing them in a helicopter and her men in other vehicles. The thief takes control of the truck, instructing Ravi to find a gun. They engage in a chaotic shootout, with Ravi experiencing the thrill of the action despite the danger. During the chase, Vic is shot. As the thief tries to save Vic, Vic tells him to get fast, get gone. Vic dies and the thief, enraged, turns the truck around, seemingly going back for revenge. Later, the thief meets Ravi on a plane. Ravi expresses his concern for the thief and the thief reveals he was lucky. He admits Ravi was right about something, though it's unclear what. Ravi then gives the thief a portion of the money, insisting he take it as a thank you for all the thief has done for him. He explains that he has enough to start over and even has a date with the barista. The thief expresses his pride in Ravi, acknowledging that Ravi is now doing things. They share a final moment, repeating jelly beans to each other before Ravi lets go of the thief's hand, signifying their parting ways. The thief, now alone, is shown to be okay. The story concludes with a moment of reflection and a new beginning for Ravi. After the chaotic events of the chase and the loss of Vic, Ravi and the thief find themselves on a private plane. Ravi, still processing the day's trauma, struggles to understand the thief's decision to leave the money behind. The thief, in a rare display of vulnerability, admits he was lucky and acknowledges that Ravi was right about something, though the specific revelation remains unspoken. This subtle shift suggests a deeper bond has formed between them, moving beyond their initial purely transactional relationship. Ravi, having witnessed the harsh realities of the thief's world, demonstrates a newfound maturity. He generously offers a significant portion of the money the thief gave him back, explaining that he now has more than enough to start fresh. This act of altruism signifies his departure from a life driven by fear and panic, replaced by a sense of purpose and self-reliance. He excitedly shares his plans, including a date with the barista, a detail that earlier seemed an impossible dream due to his anxiety. The thief, in turn, expresses genuine pride in Ravi, noting that he is finally doing things, a clear echo of their earlier conversation about the essence of living. Their final exchange is poignant, a quiet acknowledgement of their shared journey. The repetition of jelly beans transforms from a mere coping mechanism for Ravi into a shared symbol of resilience and overcoming adversity. As Ravi releases the thief's hand, it symbolizes his independence and readiness to navigate life's challenges on his own terms. The thief's parting words, reiterating his earlier advice about talking sense into Ravi, underscore his paternal role in Ravi's transformation. The narrative leaves Ravi embarking on a new chapter, no longer defined by his panic attacks but by his courage and newfound agency, while the thief, the seasoned outlaw, continues his enigmatic existence. The ending suggests that while their paths diverge, the impact they've had on each other will endure. The narrative takes a profound turn, showcasing Ravi's remarkable growth and the quiet but significant impact he has had on the seasoned thief. After the intense shootout and the heartbreaking loss of Vic, Ravi and the thief find themselves in the unexpected refuge of a private plane. The thief, typically stoic and guarded, reveals a rare flicker of vulnerability, admitting he was lucky and that Ravi was right. This subtle acknowledgement hints at a deeper connection forged through their shared ordeal, transcending their initial roles as rescuer and rescued. Ravi, no longer the panic-stricken kid, demonstrates a newfound maturity. He offers a portion of his newly acquired wealth back to the thief, a gesture that speaks volumes about his transformation. He doesn't need the money to escape his past, instead he sees it as a means to build a future unburdened by fear. His excited revelation of a date with the barista, a seemingly small detail, signifies a monumental personal victory, a step towards a life he previously thought unattainable. The thief's genuine pride in Ravi observing him doing things is a poignant moment, signifying the successful transfer of a vital life lesson. Their final interaction is imbued with a quiet resonance. The repeated mantra of jelly beans evolves from a simple coping mechanism for Ravi into a shared understanding of resilience and the ability to confront challenges head-on. As Ravi gently releases the thief's hand, it symbolizes his newfound independence and his readiness to face life on his own terms. The thief's concluding remarks, echoing his earlier advice about talking sense into Ravi, subtly reinforce his role as a mentor. The story concludes with Ravi embarking on a path of self-discovery and agency, leaving the thief to his enigmatic existence. While their paths diverge, the profound impact they've had on each other's lives is undeniable, hinting at the lasting power of unexpected connections. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.